Hey there, welcome back. Welcome to the third part of the Fall Painting Party Playbook series. If you're following along with the Fall Paint Party Playbook, then this is the third part of that. Sorry, I just repeated all that, just reminding myself of where we're at. But if you're just diving in for the first time to watch this, you might want to go back and watch part one. But of course, you can dive right in whenever. Every video is standalone and can help you with your creative painting party business. My name is Maria, and I have been doing paint parties for 14 years. And I love sharing my tips and tricks with you. And it's fall right now for me in real time when I'm recording this, and it's getting a little crispier and crispier every day. And um, turned off the air conditioner a couple times, which is nice. And I'm drinking hot cider. Whenever I do these videos, I kind of drink something hot for my voice, but I'm drinking it in my Frida cup today so we can get artsy and creative. All right, in this video, what I'm going to be covering for you is how to curate a fall art collection. And so you're going to want to stay all the way till the end of this video because I'm also doing a ChatGPT example about curating your art. So you'll want to stick with me on that. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started. If you've been watching any of my videos, you know I like to just dive right into the coaching because your time is valuable and I want you to learn from me, for about 30 minutes. And then I want you to go apply what you're learning. So I don't want you to spend so much time just watching a video. I want you to actually get going. All right. So how to curate a fall art collection. Of course, you're watching this in a recording, not a live version. But in this video, and this is the playbook, by the way, if you have not downloaded it, how to find the downloaded playbook. I am putting it in the comments of this video. Also, if you go to our Instagram or our TikTok, there's a link tree in our bio and you can download it from there also. So I realized that I wasn't always pasting it into the video comments. So I want to make sure you get that. It's a printable. I made it to be like a magazine, so it reads really pretty. But I also made it into a printable because there's a printable vision board in there and check boxes. If you're like me and like to write check boxes, you want to do that too. All right. Well, in this video, curating a fall art collection, I'm going to teach you three things. One, we're going to talk about the importance of picking your favorite paintings, 3 to 5 paintings for your customer base. I'm going to tell you where to find some. I'm also going to give you some free artwork if you're not an Artsy member with us. The second thing is I'm going to talk all about themes and how themes are a great way to promote your business, especially if you're newer. And then the third part is I'm going to teach you a little bit from ChatGPT and how to curate an art collection. So before we get started, I want you to think about which painting do I love teaching the most? Now, if you're new to starting a business, maybe you've never taught a painting party, maybe think about like what kind of things do you like to paint? Or if you haven't painted, what would you like to paint? Is it something you want to hang in your house? Is it I personally struggle with leading painting parties just freehand. I personally love painting on wood and I love to use templates. They make the party go easier. Not everybody is like that though. So we have a whole variety of artwork and I'm going to share more about that with you today. I do want to say I have other videos that talk more about painting, about templates and painting on wood and all of that. This video is really geared towards fall and fall selections and things like that. So make sure you go watch some of my other videos. All right, let's get started. The first thing is all about why you want to pick 3 to 5 selections to really promote in the fall months, September, October, November. Well, one, you want to narrow it down. You're like only painting these paintings, especially if you're picking like maybe some spooky Halloween paintings, you're only going to paint them in October, right? Maybe in September if you get started early. And so, yeah, like there's no reason to create a huge collection when you're only going to have however 5 events. Maybe I don't know if you're doing this part-time or full-time, but I do it part-time. So if I'm only doing 3 to 4 events a month, I don't need to pick like 10 Halloween paintings. And we do have a website. By the way, when I started my business, it's called Gallery on the Go. So you can go to that website, galleryonthego.com. And we have a ton of paintings on there and your customers can go pick them or whatever, right? But when I get customers who call me or email me like, hey, we want to have a paint party, and they haven't went to look at artwork, then I send them the artwork I really prefer to paint. So that's what you want to do. You want to like navigate your customer, because if you're like, oh, I offer 100 paintings, then you're kind of hurting yourself just when it comes to like saving time and things like that. So I'm going to turn my computer just a little bit because I have this other screen we're looking at. All right. So number one, the reason why is you want to give your customers a reason to party. And so sometimes narrowing down that artwork begins to get them going. Now, I have done a video on 99 reasons to party, so you can go find it. But you're wanting to say, like, do you want to get your girls together? Do you want to get kids together? Do you want to, and we're going to talk about the theme around this and why we're going to create a theme to motivate people to want to have a paint party, because you need to give them a reason to party. The second thing is you want to like what you're painting. There's nothing more frustrating than doing a painting party and you hate the painting. And so I have done that before and it gets frustrating. So I'd much rather pick the paintings ahead of time that I really like to do and promote those as much as I can. The third thing is you want to practice your artwork ahead of time. Now, I don't recommend practicing a painting until someone actually books you. But if you want to practice paintings, record yourself practicing your paintings, or you want to like have promotional material of an actual finished piece, like maybe you want to hang it up in your house or something, it's fun to practice it. You're going to need to practice it. Practicing it gets you excited for having your business. It also creates your own home decor, which is kind of nice too. And number four, you want to curate or create a collection based on who you already are serving or who you want to serve. And so if you are wanting to work with kids, find the kid paintings that you're wanting to paint, pick 3 to 4 or 5 of them. Same with adults. And sometimes they can all paint the same thing, especially in Halloween. It's fun for all ages to kind of paint a haunted house. And I'm going to show you some samples here in a minute. All right, the next thing is, where do you even find artwork? Well, first of all, if you're brand new, welcome to my channel. I love coaching new people on how to start an art-based business, doing artsy pop-ups, doing painting parties, doing sign and board parties. I love new people, but it is hard to find out where to find artwork, because when I was new, I was not an artist. And so, hold on one second. I was just thinking to myself how did I hit record? Oh, I did hit record. Sorry about that. I was starting to think I didn't record myself. Anyway, if you're new, I love, I wasn't an artist when I started my paint party business, and my husband had to help me. And then, true story, in order for my business to grow, every time I'd go do a painting party, I would meet someone who would make an amazing painting out of the kind of bad painting that I had brought to paint. And then I would ask them if I could buy like the rights to their painting. That's how I grew my paint party business. Over time, we ended up meeting artists and paying artists. And that's now today we have a collection of over like 200 paintings or more. So, which brings me to point number 2 that you see on the slide here. If you want to join the Artsy membership, we do have a gallery, and I'm going to show it to you here when I break off these slides. So we have hundreds of paintings that you can gather. You can curate them based on who your customer base is. The other thing is Etsy actually does sell stencils and tracers. You can go buy them. They're digital art that someone created into stencils and tracers. Super easy. It doesn't matter. You can go use their artwork. Make sure you read their requirements that you can reproduce it. You can use ChatGPT. Yes, you can actually have ChatGPT create some fun artwork for you and create instructions for you too. So go play with that. And then there's other memberships out there that we're not the only one. Artsy's not the only one who offers things like this. There's other great companies out there who have amazing, beautiful artwork, and they might sell a membership, or they might let you do a class or something. Lots and lots of options out there. You're not alone. And we're certainly not the only ones, although we were one of the first ones. All right. So the next slide I want to share with you is you can get free artwork. Go to our website, it's artsyassociation.com, not the artsyassociation.com. And right on the front page, there is what we call the 9 trees, and it's like free artwork. I think if you mark that you're like the hustler or something, like you're starting a side hustle, we have 9 trees, our 9 most popular paintings that are trees and it comes with instructions and all that fun stuff. And you get to go get that for free. The second free artwork that we have is at artsyassociation.com/hoot. And you will get this amazing owl painting. And you can also find this free paintings. You can find any of our free stuff on our link tree, which is on our TikTok channel and our Instagram, if you ever want to go click on those. All right, so you already have some free paintings that you can curate. Those tree paintings or even this owl painting are perfect for fall. Okay, the next topic is why creating a theme is a really great way to have really fun events. Practice one or two paintings. You don't even have to practice more than that for a theme. So, for example, Dia de los Muertos, a boo brunch, or a witch's night out. These are three really fun themes. And there's actually another one that I have that it looks similar to this, is like a cat theme, because people are cat people. You can like book at like a cat cafe or something like that. But let's just say you pick a Dia de los Muertos party, right? First of all, works well in October, Halloween, early November, works really well. So you can go look for sugar skull type paintings. The three that you see here are our paintings through Artsy. If you want to do a boo brunch doesn't just have to be ghosts. It could be any theme. It could be the pumpkins, the haunted house. It could be anything like that. And then same with the witch's night out, right? Like the girls all get together. They're wearing witch hats. They're just having fun. Maybe they do fun name tags that have like different witch names. You have fun, cutesy food. Everyone brings like their favorite little witch Pinterest recipe, a fun punch, spiked punch, whatever it is, whatever your jam is. It is painting and sipping, not for kids. And tons of witch paintings. Like we have so many witch paintings in the Artsy Association, but there's such fun ones that you can go purchase, and you can even make yourself. Like it's super easy. And so by creating a theme, it gets your customers like, yeah, I want to get my girlfriends together. I want to, just adding a theme makes it way more fun. So that's a great way. You can just offer one theme for the whole month, or you can call all of them boo brunches and have two different paintings that you offer. I do like to share, we recreated like a Sanderson sister Hocus Pocus paint party with kind of that famous silhouette of the Sanderson sisters too. So that's always popular. It was especially popular the year the movie came out. All right, so that is all about creating themes. I bet you can create a lot of fun themes. Pumpkin spice, something creative. You can use ChatGPT, which I'm going to share with you here in a minute. Which brings me to the next video slide. How to curate a collection. Yeah, I actually put the definition of curate because have I told you that I am not fine art person? I'm a fun art person. That's right. But curate is like a fine art word. And to curate means to carefully choose, organize, and present items with intention. So it's like a little collection, kind of like my collection that you see back here. I like to pretend like I have my own art, gallery, and that's my curated collection. And so by curating a collection, it makes you just feel sophisticated, but it actually simplifies your options. So you can pick 5 paintings, 6 paintings, and it creates a collection. And you don't have to say that you offer a lot of paintings, and that's okay. And what you do is I'm going to teach you now is how to use ChatGPT to kind of like bring it all together and to create a collection. So let's see. Before I get to show you a ChatGPT idea, let me get out of here. Hold on and stop sharing. Let me see if I can escape out of here. Hold on. I'm working on it. I am working on the tech. If you're new to my videos, it's always a thing with the PowerPoint. All right, so I want to share with you how I curated a collection. I don't know if it was last year, it was the year before, I think. And it was super fun to do. It gets me motivated and excited, especially when we have our artwork that we've had year after year. And listen, there is nothing wrong with having artwork that you have year after year after year. It's actually very smart. And in the paint party industry, it's really easy to do. If you ever notice paint party businesses, they all have very similar artwork, right? And that's okay. It's smart. Like, why reinvent the wheel? Why keep going by more stencils? but you can like repurpose it. You can change up colors. You can kind of create a different collection. So what you see on the screen now is a couple years ago, I created a theme called Enchanting Seasons. And this was when I first started using ChatGPT, and ChatGPT created this beautiful theme for us, an artsy journey through autumn and winter. And I'm not going to read the whole thing here, but it was like super fun, beautiful, play with paint and depict the wonders of nature's transformation. And it enthused it made me really excited. I was going to use the word enthusiastic about presenting this artwork. But I really did this because I wanted to create social media buzz around it. So I use this word enchanting seasons, and I combined all of my kid and winter art. And then I started creating these social media posts just like this. So vibrant autumn leaves are dancing. I can't come up with that on my own, you guys. I needed ChatGPT to help me with that, right? Leaves are dancing. And then I just, created some pictures here. And then this is some from ChatGPT. We begin with fall foliage, forest friends, pops of color, and dancing in the twilight. Soon we will make our way toward winter landscapes, frosty mornings, and holiday traditions. So again, it was just a theme that I started to put together as I would create, our artwork, to be able to share it just on social media. And I like to include actual pictures of our events, but if you're new, you might not have some of those pictures. If you're with Artsy, you get to use those pictures. But I just started getting really creative with how I wanted to create this collection a couple of years ago. And so it's still one of my favorites, and it's still relevant. It doesn't go out of date, which is nice. And so I just thought I'd slide through some of those for you. Now, when you're an Artsy member, you get this whole slide deck, and you can borrow and use whatever parts you want to use. So you can see there, autumn leaves don't fall, they fly. All right, so let's get out of there. And now I'm going to go back to my slide where I'm going to teach you how to create a prompt in ChatGPT. So if you're not familiar with ChatGPT, you can go download it for free. All of the options that I'm sharing with you, I'm not 100% sure how the free version works. I do have the paid version, so I should probably just stipulate that with you. And I'm not sure again what the free version looks like, but on my paid version, I can upload pictures. So if you cannot do that, you'll want to enhance this prompt. Okay, so if you're new to ChatGPT, you enter a prompt and it'll spit something out for you. Okay. I also think you have to have the paid version to create artwork, but again, I'm sorry, I don't know that. I highly recommend the paid version of ChatGPT. Anyhow, prompting a chat prompt is the better you give it, the better information you give it, the better output you're going to get. And it does take some playing around with, and I'm going to give you some tips about a prompt. But what you're wanting to do is you can copy and paste this, by the way. This is not in your Paint Party Playbook. It is a prompt. I'm uploading several images of artwork. Please look at the style, colors, and subject matter in these images and create a cohesive theme idea that I can use for marketing. Write me a theme title, a short story or summary about the theme, 2 to 3 sentences, and a list of fun taglines or catchy phrases I can use on social media and in promotions. Okay. So you can go play with that now if you want to, or wait, I'm going to give you some more tips. This is what we call prompt engineering. I know it sounds so fancy. I'm not an artist or an engineer, but here I am. All right. So you want to be specific. Like if you can even be more specific, I'm actually going to show you my prompt that I did. And you can share who your audience is, right? Like you can share, I'm painting with women, I'm painting with children, I'm painting in the state of, I'm in Colorado. You can use whimsical words. You make this artsy, make it poetic. Make it like a Taylor Swift song or something like that. You could be as long-winded as you want with ChatGPT, and it will not judge you, which is so fun and nice. You can, if you have already been using ChatGPT, it starts to learn your personality. It knows about your brands, like what you can see on the thing here. It knows that I'm with Gallery on the Go, I'm artsy, and I'm mobile, right? Like my ChatGPT wrote this prompt, right? So by doing that, and now I'm going to exit my screen again, and I'm going to come over to chat so that you can see. Hold on. this is my thing is getting messy here. Okay, I'm gonna open up my chat now real quick. Give me 1 second. Da, 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 da. All right. Nobody on YouTube likes to wait for the prompt. Okay, here we go. Thank you for your patience. All right, so here is my chat. Okay, so in my chat, you can see I typed in a really long, whoops, no, you can't because I haven't shared yet. Okay, here we go. Okay, in my chat, it originally just had me have a prompt. Okay, so on the prompt, I typed in this really long prompt here. It's not the one I shared with you. Okay, I made up this own one, but you can use the one I shared with you. So I'm curating a collection of fall artwork. Da 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 da. You can read it on the screen here. I talked that I primarily target corporate customers. I hardly do in-house paint parties. I primarily am like in conference rooms. I work with corporate clients. Sometimes they're men and women, so I try to pick paintings that work for both. I want the taglines to be fun. I want to post with social media. I want catchy phrases, so on and so forth. I want it to be artsy and trendy. And so it came out with this theme, autumn whimsy, gather and create. And then it gave me this whole why it came up with it, but then here's my summary. So autumn whimsy, gather and create a mobile paint party experience that comes straight to your office, designed for groups 10 to 15. Our collection of fall themed painting mixes with vibrant colors, da 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 da. But here's where the description came. Whether it's pumpkins, under starry skies, cheerful sunflowers, or whimsical witches, each painting is designed to be fun, approachable, and stress-free, perfect for coworkers who want to laugh, simp, and create something beautiful. Now, that came up with more of a flyer theme, and I could absolutely ask it to create more of just a art museum, like create more of an art museum poetic theme that is inspiring and not just for my corporate clients, but more for describing the artwork. This is me just thinking in real time. Okay. So you can go keep adding and fixing and getting it to where you want it to be. Like you're like, I want it to be more wispy or more enchanting or whatever, right? Oh, and look, it spit out the poetry of autumn. So I like it, use the word poetry that I use, right? So a celebration of color, gratitude, and wonder. Each painting offers a vignette of fall, slow burn of sunset skies, the playfulness of polka dot pumpkins, the quiet mystery of a haunted hilltop. Together, they'll tell the story of a harvested homecoming. I'm not going to read it all for you, but there it is. It's so fun. And then it gave me another list of descriptions based on every one of those paintings. By the way, I did upload a collection of 10 paintings that I want to promote this fall. I kind of just put a bunch together. So hopefully you can kind of see them there. I uploaded, these are the ones that we just have in our gallery, some of my favorites. And so I wanted a variety of haunted and pumpkins. And so these are the ones that I added in there. You can only upload, if you have the paid version, 10 images. I'm not sure what it looks like if you have free. But with that, look at how awesome it gave me these taglines for each of those paintings. So the gradient glass. Now, by the way, when I uploaded those images, the images all have the name of the artwork. So that's why it knows the name. So my tribal fall pumpkins says patterns of story and tradition wrapped around like woven cloth, each designed a voice in autumn chorus. That's so nice. Now, some's going to be cheesy and some are not going to be your voice, and that's okay. I'm going to share with you more of what to do with this here in a minute. Like, why are we curating a collection anyway? One, it's inspiring for you and it will create fun marketing for next week when we talk about next week. So anyway, so here's where it came up with like some taglines. Paint the poetry of the season. So isn't that super fun and unique? Okay, so that's how you're going to use ChatGPT to help you put a theme together. Okay. And then next week, I want you to come back because next week I'm doing a fall planning your marketing strategy. And we're going to take what we've learned today and we are going to create a marketing bundle of social media that I'm going to teach you step by step. And then I'm also going to share with you a strategy on like how to get this out into the world. Because now you've picked your artwork and now you want to tell people why they want to have a paint party. I created this really fast in like less than 5 minutes. I created a 9 or 10 slide deck of these fun phrases that ChatGPT gave me. So create a little magic this autumn. Sip, paint, laugh, fall is calling. Like, look how fun. You're using the artwork that you're going to create graphics that you're going to send in an email. You're going to text to people that are your contacts, or you're going to email out or post on your social media, right? And so you ain't got time for all of this because you're a part-time paint party person. So you're either going to join Artsy and get some discounts or get some material to quickly launch your business, or I'm going to teach you some quick tricks that you can do in Canva, like I'm showing you right here on my screen. So this was my notes for that for our time together. And so I hope that you join me next week. And I think I went through everything. That's why I had those notes up here because I was like, don't forget what to show you. Oh, so next week, what I'm going to show you too is not only how to use what we just created in ChatGPT, all those fun lines, how to go add a bulk create in Canva. But the other thing is I'm going to teach you how to use a digital portfolio, how to create a digital portfolio in case you don't have a fancy website but you want to email out a whole portfolio to your clients of the artwork that you just picked to curate for them, right? You want to be able to send out pictures either by text, by email, something, and you want to look professional. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful on why you want to curate some art, maybe why you want to create some themes for fall, and maybe just narrowing it down to 3 to 5 paintings to make your life easier. So I'm cheering you on. I can't wait to hear how your fall is going and how you're getting really excited to make some extra money to creatively make money this fall so that you can pay for all those extras this fall and to kick off your new year too. You're planting seeds this fall that can bloom into a great business. All right. I keep rambling and talking. I can't wait to talk to you soon. Submit any questions you have on this video and let me know that you're watching and following. Talk to you soon. Bye.